Hello everybody, and welcome to episode number 35 of my European Journeyman Save in Football Manager 2023, where we are aiming to win every top tier division that is in the European nations in the game. There's 33 of them. We're currently in our fourth nation, having already finished Iceland, Wales and Northern Ireland. We are the manager of Bohemians, currently in the Irish First Division. You can see here on my profile screen we have picked up the Manager of the Month award 3 times. We're currently the 4th of August. We're a little bit over 2/3 of the season, but because we've had such a good season, today's the day we could be crowned champions. There's currently 10 games remaining in the season, but we're currently 27 points clear at the top. So we are going to be crowned the champions today if we, I believe it said in the news, if we just draw. We are the champions. Today's opponents are Treaty United, but we've got some catching up to do in the meantime. The last time you were here, we played against Galway. Let me see if I can find the game. We were away from home, so it was this one. This 3-0 win here against Galway. In the next game, we did take on Finn Harps. In fact, before I get into this, guys, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all the support. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, because it does help me out. Now, I normally say this at the end of episodes. I want to make sure I catch you before you stop watching and turn off. But yeah, the support does help me out, and I greatly appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. To all of those of you who are watching, my channel is very slowly growing. Hopefully, if you can hit those thumbs up button, it does help my video become more visible on YouTube. Hopefully help me grow a little bit faster. Also, if any of you watching this on a regular basis have got any comments, any suggestions, anything else that you'd like to see in a bit more detail, then please do feel free to send me a message, send me a comment on the video. But yeah, we'll get into today then, guys. The first game was a 5-2 win over Finn Harps. We had Jamie Mullins on the score sheet. Liam Burt tucked away 2 penalties, and Aaron Duros, the league's top scorer, bagging a brace in this one. Paul Fitzgerald did reply twice, but in terms of the match stats, you can see we had an XG of 5 compared to Finn Harps 1. We absolutely battered them. So it was a fantastic result. Aaron Duros picking up a 9.2 rating and the man of the match in that one. Next up was Co-Bramblers. Again, another comfortable win, this time away from home. Aaron Duros again on the score sheet. Leighton Redshaw, this time stepping up from the penalty spot, and Richie O'Brien on the score sheet. Sultan Cooper did reply for Co-Bramblers, but the game was over by that point, and it was another comfortable win for the Bows. Treaty United, today's opponent, were next at home. It was a 2-0 win. Duros again on the score sheet, and Ryan Fletcher bagging a late second for us. Fletcher, with the man of the match in this one, played really well. Treaty United didn't have a single shot on target, which is just absolutely fantastic. It's just the way that we've played this season. We have dominated. Athlone Town, the team bottom of the league, we're next up. Ryan Fletcher bagged himself a hat-trick in this one. Ota Ukalidze, apologies if I butchered that, added one as well, and Duros again bagging a brace, but a 10 rating for Ryan Fletcher in this one, picking up with the man of the match. Duros with a 9.6. In fact, Duros' average rating for the season is an 8.3. 28 goals and 11 assists in 22 games is absolutely fantastic from the 19-year-old. So David Tarmy did get one back for Athlone Town, but they are firmly rooted to the bottom of the table. Next up was Waterford, the team relegated with us last season, and again we absolutely thumped them. It did help that Patsy Frost was sent off in the 22nd minute, but Duros bagged himself another brace. Uga Kaladze and Ryan Fletcher with the other 2 goals, but Aaron Duros again with a 10 rating. I think he picked up 2 assists in this game as well, but 25 shots, 9 on target, just the one for Waterford. So fantastic. Bray Wanderers were next, and we actually dropped points for the second time this season. It was a 3-3 draw. Liam Burt, Connor Cahill and Richie O'Brien on the score sheet for us. Richie O'Brien's goal was to rescue the draw. We were heading for our first defeat after James Golden, James Furlong and Ben Feeney got on the score sheet for Bray Wanderers, but Richie O'Brien in the 92nd minute from the substitute bench stepped up and secured a point for us. Wexford were next, and this one was another close game. It was 4-3. We actually went, I believe, 3-0 up in this one before Wexford replied. Duros bagged himself a hat-trick and another 10 rated. And Richie O'Brien on the score sheet again. I don't know how to pronounce that first name. I apologise to anybody who is Irish. I believe he's Irish. He is. But Ball with a double. Alex Setinier with the other goal to make it 4-3 right at the end of the game, and it was squeaky bum time. I thought we were going to drop points for a second successive game, but unfortunately for us, we managed to hold on. Galway United, the team currently sat in second place in the league, were next up. It was a comfortable 3-1 win. Again, Bert Duros and Uga Kaladze on the score sheet before Keenan Apaya Forson got one back late on for Galway. A little bit more even in terms of shots this game, but we still came away with the result. And Duros again with the man of the match performance. It was Finn Harps again next, and we put more than 5 goals past them again. A 6-1 win. They've had a player injured against us. I thought he was sent off there. I was going to say he's been sent off, but their left back had a 5.7 rating, which is reflected in Ryan Fletcher's 9.0. He absolutely tortured the left back. But Duros with a double, Burt with a double, Fletcher and Davor Softic grabbing his first goal of the season in this one. Everybody played really, really well. Now, eagle-eyed among you may notice that we've got a new goalkeeper coming into this part of the season. It is this man, Jonas Vedhal Haugen. The 2 players I had in on loan from Vålerenga, when I initially did the loan, I didn't realise that they were only 6-month loans. So they've gone, and they wouldn't re-sign. So we did manage to raid Vålerenga again and get ourselves another goalkeeper in. He's very, very good. Pedersen, who we agreed earlier on in the season as well, has also joined, has the 18-year-old. They've not been here very long, but he's doing okay. He's got some good attributes for an advanced forward, which is good, but he's only on loan. And we don't pay any of his wages either, which is good. Code Ramblers were next up, and we made it 10 goals in 2 games, a 4-0 win. Ryan Fletcher, Liam Burt, Richie O'Brien. This time around, you can see Pedersen had another poor game in this, poor rating in this one, poor game. So his first 2 games weren't exactly great. But then Athlone Town came to Bohemians. Pedersen bagged himself a brace in this one. Duros with a hat-trick, and Uga Kaladze with a late 6th. Before Alexander Kravchenko, John Hayes and Brendan White with the goals for Athlone Town. I was a bit disappointed that we conceded 3. Vedal Haugen didn't really cover himself in glory in this one. The goals were a little bit poor that he conceded. But we did take on Cork City in the Senior Challenge Cup first round. Cork City are currently in the Premier Division, so they are above us. 5-2 would suggest it wasn't a close game, but it was 2-2 after full time. We scored 3 in extra time in the to get ourselves into the next round. But Richie O'Brien, Pedersen had another shocker. So Richie O'Brien came on. I'm not sure what minute he came on. I don't think it tells me anywhere. But he came on for Pedersen and he bagged himself a hat-trick. We were behind until late on, a 91st minute equaliser. But Graham Dunn and Leighton Redshaw bagged us 2 in extra time as well to put us into the next round of that cup. And then most recently, we've taken on Waterford, and it was a disappointing 2-2 draw. O'Brien and Duros on the score sheet for us. Cian O'Connor and Mark Doyle with the goals for Waterford. Mark Doyle actually picking up the man of the match performance in this. So a little bit poor in terms of the 2 draws, but we are unbeaten in the league, which is great. We've got a goal difference of 51. I'm still not over the moon about this. The amount of goals we conceded. I don't know if it's because I play these on ball-playing defenders, and they're not exactly ball-playing defenders. The passing, composure, stuff like that is not actually great. I might actually drop him back to a central defender on defend, see if we concede a few less goals, which would be good. Not a lot else has happened since you were last with us. There's been a few players who have left on free transfers or are leaving on free transfers when their contract expires at the end of the season. There is a lot of contracts which do expire. There's a lot of them, but I'm not overly concerned. They're not really players who I would maybe take with me. Maybe Phil Dotsey, but he's one of the ones who wants to leave. Maybe Conor Cahill as well, but again, he wants to explore his options at the end of the season. One player I did get to re-sign was the right back in Alan Finnerty. He finally changed his mind about wanting to leave, said he was happy, so he's here for another 2 years after this one as well. I did actually manage to slightly lower his wages as well, which is good. So in terms of finances, we're still in the hole. We're still £741,000 in debt. This is after the board injected 450k as well, which took us down to about 500k of debt. So it's piled up again, but we are still below the wage budget. We've still got a little bit transfer budget left, but obviously I'm not looking to bring any players in this close to the end of the season. So anyway, today's game, Treaty United, the title decider. We are away from home, but we could become champions here. I believe the news item said we just needed a point. A couple of tired players in Redshaw, so we'll get Connor Cahill in. Tyreek Wilson as well. We'll bring Bogdan Angel in, and we'll go with that lineup. It's going to be Vidal Haugen in goal, Finnerty, Cahill and Andrews, with Angel as the back four, Doherty and Softitch in the two in midfield, with Burt, Fletcher as the inverted wingers, and O'Brien and Duros up top. Pedersen finds himself on the bench with his paw. I know it says it's a 7 there and it's in green, but it's still not exactly been the best of form for him with his 6 in the cup. So that's the lineup for today, guys. Like I say, I know I've said it a couple of times now, but title decider, to add another title to our ever-growing trophy cabinet, really, for our personal trophy cabinet that we carry around with us. I believe we've got 10 titles altogether. This will make it number 11 if we do win. And we get ourselves into the Premier Division for next season. Now, I have been looking throughout the season for jobs. I think McManus is getting sent off here for an elbow. He is. That's a great start for us. Treaty United down to 10 men after just 10 minutes. With a free kick for Finnerty here towards that back post. It's Andrews who gets his head on it. It's a good save by Reed, though. Looking to get Treaty away straight away, but he hasn't got any attackers up there. That was a bit wasted. Angel finds Finnerty into Fletcher. Well tackled by Mackin. Now it's O'Neill. Or 09. Mackin. Walsh. Tackled by Fletcher. Good work by the front man there. Doherty finds Finnerty. Finnerty looking. Is he going to look down the line for Fletcher? He does. He looks over the top instead towards Duros. Duros is in. And Aaron Duros gets his 29th goal of the season in the 12th minute of this game to put us 1-0 up against Treaty United. It's a really, really well worked goal by Bohemians here. Great ball by Finnerty. Duros makes his run. Finnerty spots him. And it's 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper for Duros. Couple of touches and a good finish. Yeah, I've been looking throughout the season for jobs in the Premier League, the Premier Division, and there isn't any really. There's none come up. There's one that's insecure, and it is Longford, but they are cut adrift at the bottom of the table. So I wouldn't even take it if it did become available, because we'd end up in the First Division again next season. Angel with the ball in towards Duros, headed clear. Now it's 09. Forward towards Kelocci. Now Doyle. Doyle is tackled by Angel. Good work by Doyle there. Finds Neville. Forced backwards. Now Mackin all the way back to the goalkeeper, Reed. Reed plays it out. It's a poor pass though. Fletcher cuts out. McLaughlin reads the danger. Now Doyle cuts inside. Finds Neville. Neville down the line, but Softitch is there. Now it's Angel. Softitch again. Now Doherty. Spreads the play towards the right and Finnerty. Now Fletcher. Can Fletcher look to take his man on down the wing? No, comes back to Finnerty instead. Plays it forward to Duros. Fletcher's continued to run into the box. Here he is. Can he pull it across for a teammate? He can. Richie O'Brien with his 12th goal of the season. A little bit fortunate there. Fletcher's cross was blocked, but it deflected kindly towards O'Brien. And O'Brien tucks it past the goalkeeper to make it 2-0 to Bohemians. And we are on the way to the First Division title. Like I say, a little bit of fortune there. Maybe poor defending there from Manuel to jump underneath the ball, but O'Brien makes it 2. And again, we've got a highlight straight away. It's Andrews at the back for Bohemians. Finds Finnerty. Finnerty forward towards Fletcher down the line again, looking to cut onto that left foot. Great ball towards O'Brien. Not quite the finish though, and it's a good save by Reed in goal. Right, getting towards the latter stages of the first half now. It's Reed for Treaty United with the goal kick, looking for Tideman. Andrews wins the header though. Softitch knocks it back to Cahill. Cahill goes long towards Duros. Doesn't win that though. Manuel does. It's Softitch again. Fletcher, he's got Duros through the middle. This is the chance for 3. And Aaron Duros doesn't miss them. He grabs his 30th goal of the season. Does the 19-year-old. He's been a really, really good addition to the squad to bag these goals for us. Good ball forward by Fletcher this time. Pass split, defence splitting pass. Duros finds himself 1-on-1 again. He's already won that duel once today, and he's won it again. to put us 3-0 up, and we are comfortably on our way to the title. Canter United reply, though, with Walsh. It's a good header cleared by Andrews, but Coloche picks it up, finds McLaughlin. Finity pinches the ball. He's wasted that, though. He had more time than he thought there. Neville knocks it back forward towards Coloche. Andrews wins the header again. Softitch. Now Finity. Fletcher. He's got runners ahead of him. Finity comes back down the line towards Fletcher. Fletcher plays it inside to Softitch. Softitch over the top, looking for O'Brien for his second, and it's a nice, comfortable little finish there by O'Brien. Waited for the keeper to make his move, go to ground, and just lofted it over him to make it 4-0 before half-time. And we are cruising in this game. It's a really, really good ball forward by Softitch again. Any one of the two strikers there could have gotten the end of it, but O'Brien waited for the keeper to sit down, lift it over the top of him. And we're straight into another highlight. I'm talking a lot in this one. Sorry, guys. You're probably sick of the sound of my voice now. It is Burt picking up the ball on the left-hand side. First time we've seen him in the game. Manuel cuts that out, though. It's a poor pass from Burt. Now it's Neville down the right-hand side for Treaty United. It comes inside to Macken. Macken's closed down quickly by both Fletcher and Burt. Fletcher with the ball forward towards Duros. Ricochets off him kindly. He gets it back off the tackle from O'Brien, and Aaron Duros grabs his 31st goal of the season. It's a first-half hat-trick for the Bohemians man there. A little bit of fortune in the goal, if we're being entirely honest. This is good work by the two wingers, though. Fletcher pinches the ball. Great ball forward over the top. It sort of hits the back of McLaughlin. O'Brien makes a good challenge, and Duros is onto it and just calmly slots it past the goalkeeper for 5-0 before half-time. As Galway United are the Galway playing. Wow, another highlight in the first half. Andrews wins the header. Coloche. And back to Andrews. Looking long again. McLaughlin. Doyle. Tideman. Tideman's tackled again in that midfield. We're working really, really hard in the midfield. It's Angel. He's got Andrews behind him. Long for O'Brien again. Burt feeds it to Duros. Is it a chance for his fourth? It's a poor finish this time from Aaron Duros. And that is the half-time whistle, finally. A lot of highlights in that half. I'm going to make a half-time change. I'm going to bring Duros off. He's got his hat-trick. We're going to bring Pedersen on, see if we can get a little bit of game time into him. We might also bring Ugo Koledzy on for Liam Burt. Liam Burt we've not really seen much of in the game today. So we'll go for a double change at half-time. The game's won. We're not going to throw away a 5-goal lead. Galway are winning 1-0 against bottom of the table Athlone Town. So that would leave it at 27 points. But I do still believe we would be crowned the champions. As we do have another highlight. It is Reid in goal for Treaty. Goes long. We've cut it out though. Softitch now Fletcher. Good ball forward towards Pedersen. Can he get on the score sheet? He can. Marcus Pedersen scores his 6th goal of the season to make it 6-0 to Treaty United. And it's an absolute rout. It's a great ball forward by Fletcher again. Pedersen takes it round the goalkeeper for 6. Really, really good finish there by the young Norwegian. Approaching the end of the game now. Thankfully, it's been a little bit of a quieter second half this episode. It's getting a little bit longer than some of the other ones. It is Treaty coming forward, though, with Gawley on the left-hand side. He's closed down again, finds Walsh. Now Hand. Looking down the line towards Gawley again. It's a good ball. Gawley's in. Oh, great save by Vidal Haugen. To keep his clean sheet intact. But we do have a corner to defender. It's going to be Gawley to take. Left-footed. He swings it in towards that back post. It's a good header clear by Andrews again. Andrews has been imperious in the air today. Coloche feeds Gawley again. That's a great pass. It's cut out, though, by the defence. Cahill gets it away. We're coming into the end of the game now. Last minute of injury time. And there we are. There is Bohemians crowned as the First Division champions. At the first time of asking after being relegated at the end of last season. That's absolutely fantastic. So we've got the Irish Premier Division to look forward to next season. And obviously this season is only going to be the 2 episodes as opposed to the 3 like we normally do. Because we've wrapped the league title up so early on. We've absolutely dominated this league. So we're not going to come back at the end of the season. We're going to come back next season, at the start of next season when we're in the Premier League. Obviously that means I've got a lot of Football Manager to play. I've got pre-season to play through, signings to make, stuff like that. Look, all these players who are now happy because we've been promoted. Fletcher was fantastic, 3 assists, 7 key passes in this game. Right, guys, I've rambled on enough. This is a long episode as it is. A confirmation that we are crowned as the champions. Like I said at the start of the episode, though, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your continued support. Please do remember to hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. Help my channel grow. Any comments, as always, are greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all in the next episode, where we are moving up to the Irish Premier Division, where we've got the job of trying to dethrone Shelbourne. Although it looks like Derry City are having a good run at it this season. But guys, thank you, and I'll see you all in the next episode.